is enough said.
Happy Wednesday, Heat Nation. Your boy Ernest here. Back with another Miami Heat Talk video. I hope you guys are having an amazing Wednesday. We are half of the work week, almost at the weekend. So please join me as we go on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. Let's make the day better. Now, guys, my apologies for not giving you a video last night. For the last 2 days, I've actually been wrestling. That's why I'm sure you can hear the hoarseness in my voice. My company, CCW, Coastal Championship Wrestling, recently signed a television deal where some episodes will be airing on January. Stay tuned for that. But we had shows on Monday and yesterday on Tuesday. So, man, my body is beat. I'm tired. I am hoarse. I wish I could feel more positive with a Miami Heat victory, but unfortunately that didn't happen. The Miami Heat drop to the Orlando Magic last night, 108-117, bringing the Miami Heat's record to 14-11. We are now officially the 8th seed, back down in the play-in tournament. And like I mentioned in yesterday's episode, you guys, last night's victory was very important. You win, you get the 5th seed. You lose, you drop down. And Orlando has our number, man. We haven't been able to beat Orlando at all this season. We've played them 3 games, 0-3 against the Magic. We're disqualified for the NBA Cup. I don't think any Miami Heat fan gives a shit about that. But last night's loss, you guys, was very concerning because this brings the Miami Heat's record, like I mentioned, 14-11, but we've lost 4 straight. You know, about a week ago, we're sitting pretty, 14-7, 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. You have a bunch of winnable games, and you lose a lot of them. You lose 2 to Orlando. You lose 1 to Sacramento. You know, it's just very defeating. It's a gut punch. And I'll be honest with you guys, you know, last night there was a couple reasons why we lost. Credit to Bam Adebayo and Andrew Wiggins, solid games. Both of them scored 19 points. You also get 8 rebounds from Bam Adebayo. You get 3 blocks from Bam. Wiggs gives you 1 steal, 1 block. Both of them shoot pretty much a little, 50% better from the field. But the 2 reasons why we lost last night, you guys, first and foremost, our bench doesn't perform that well. Jaime Jaquez gives you 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists off the bench, but after that, nobody really contributes. Tyler Herro and Norman Powell have a okay game, but not that great. You know, Norman Powell does go 8 for 19 for the field, 21 points, but he goes 4 for 12 from the 3-point line. Tyler Herro gives you 20 points, 7 for 17 from the field. Also gives you 7 rebounds, but he goes 0 for 6 from the 3-point line. So if Tyler and Norman have a better game, hit their shots, if our bench just plays a little better, the Heat win this game. Now, one thing that I don't understand, Spo played Bam, Wiggs, Powell, Davion Mitchell, and Tyler Herro. He played them all more than 35 minutes. Davion Mitchell has a great game, goes 11 points, 9 assists, 37 minutes out there. But your bench, Khalil Ware, I don't know what Spo's doing with Ware, guys. Only gives him 12 minutes. In the 12 minutes, he scores 4 points, gets you 6 rebounds, 1 block shot. I don't really understand why Ware didn't get more minutes, especially against Orlando. Orlando has a solid team over there. They have a bunch of quality bigs. So I think Khalil Ware could have benefited more had Khalil Ware gotten a little bit more time. The outcome could have been a little bit differently. Now, I understand Spo loves his starting lineup, but when things aren't gelling out there, bring in Khalil Ware. We have a nice starting lineup with Jaime Jaquez and Khalil Ware. That's a deep 7-man rotation. But the fact that, you get nothing from Simone Fontecchio, Pallel Larson only gets 11 minutes, Drew Smith only gets 8 minutes, obviously not enough time for them to give you something. But last night, you guys, excuse me, is showing me that this Miami Heat team, as much as I love them, as much as I think that this team can contend, with the losses against the Mavericks, the Magic twice, and the Sacramento Kings. It's showing you that this team is not the contenders that we maybe think they are. Now, I've said this many times. This team is a contender in the Eastern Conference, and I still believe so. But in order to contend for an NBA championship this year, it may look like the Miami Heat need to make a change. And as much as I think he's a great player, you're looking at Tyler Herro. You know, Tyler Herro, 25 years old, has a year and a half left with his contract, is making about $33 million this season. This is a prime candidate for a potential trade to go after a whale. Someone like, you know, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I prefer Tyler Herro over Ja Morant, so I wouldn't make that. Kawhi Leonard, you know, we're kind of in the same scenario. I'm kind of 50-50 there. You know, I love Kawhi Leonard. I think Kawhi Leonard is great. The problem with Kawhi is injuries, but that's the same problem we've had with Tyler as well. Tyler's already missed like 16, 17 games this season because of injuries. So this Miami Heat team was gelling amazingly before Tyler came back. And I'm not going to say that Tyler is the problem, but what I'm going to say is that since Tyler has come back, this offense has not been as efficient as they were without Tyler. And you've seen this a lot before in the 2023 playoff run. You've seen this also in the 24 season when Tyler got injured and the Heat went on a 7-game winning streak. For some reason, this Miami Heat team does a lot better when Tyler's not on the floor. Now, I'll say this again for people that are about to run in the comments for the comments that I just made and say we don't appreciate Tyler, we don't respect Tyler. I think Tyler's an amazing player, but let's be real. The only time that Tyler Herro has played more than 75 games was last season. And in that season, he showed that he was an all-star player, a heavily pick-and-roll type of player, and that didn't help us. We only won 37 games, and we were bounced from the first round of the playoffs embarrassingly. So, Heat fans, if a potential trade comes up where you can get a Giannis Antetokounmpo or potentially a player in that same caliber, maybe Domantas Sabonis, a Lauri Markkanen. December 15th is coming up soon, you guys, and this is where trade rumors are really going to go big because in December 15th, excuse me, over 90 players are going to be available for trades. Players that signed contracts, that were traded, that are untradeable. On December 15th, players' contracts are going to be movable. And now is when rumors are going to really spice up. Losing these 4 games, not to great teams. Orlando, the best team. Yes, I get it. Orlando's a great team, but we should have gotten one of those games. So seeing this, Heat Nation, with the Heat losing these last 4 games, do you think it's time for the Miami Heat to really consider a trade? This team is great. This team is really good. But right now, we're a play-in team. And if you look at this team, the way they've been flowing lately, at best, it's a second-round exit. I think a change may need to be made to get better. Now, look, this was supposed to be a gap year. It was supposed to be a season where the Miami Heat were supposed to feel out this team, see what we can get. But when you get top 4 in an Eastern Conference, you're showing that you can contend. And I truly feel that this Heat team can contend. You got another game coming up against the Brooklyn Nets. After that, you got the Boston Celtics, then you got the New York Knicks, but we don't play another game until December 18th. So it's going to be a few days where we're going to have to wait and see what this Miami Heat team can do. So Heat Nation, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is a trade needed? Do the Miami Heat need to make a trade? Or do you think we should just ride the course, see what this team continues to prove, and let it ride for the rest of the season? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do not forget to support the channel. Smash that like button. Do not forget to subscribe. Hope you guys have an incredible rest of your Wednesday. And until next time, your boy Ernest out. And that is enough said.